Hello, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, if you'd like to subscribe, there is a button below and also a notification bell on the side that alerts you to up and coming videos. As you can see, guys, I'm already in I'm laughing because yes, there is a reason I'm jumping on today, and we're all feeling it, okay? And everyone's messaging me, and it is absolute chaos out there in the energetic world. You're all feeling it. So I'm supposed to be working. We've had a cancellation, so I thought, right, we're going to jump on and give you the heads up. So, okay, I've got to get into this because it is a crazy energy week. All right, we are about to have, I haven't even really looked, but it's about to hit, and it is a full moon in Leo. Now, Leo is all about, and I will do a reading on it for you, but let's just get into this energy. It doesn't matter who you ask, where you cross paths. It is absolute chaos out there in the energy, okay? Now, people are chopping and changing. They don't know what day it is. They don't know when appointments are there. You know, it is insane, okay? And it's not just, it's across the board. Why? Everybody's also asking, what's this weird energy going on? So we're going to get into that for you. And I'm also going to add in another thing, because these will help me remember as I channel for you. 2025 energy is starting to click in for people as you come closer to your birthday or hit your birthday forward. And 9 is, think of 9, completion of a cycle, okay? And also free will choices, because we're coming out of the 2024 8, fate and destiny, not a lot of free will. You did write it though. It's about alignment, realignment, getting in your alignment. Here's the thing. Here's the big clash that's going on right now. 9 is completion of an old karmic cycle. North node, south node, to the south node. That's where we're heading. The 9 is your free will to start implementing those changes that need to happen. As you move towards birthdays and energy, like even in your chart, energies that click and change into different houses and things like that, you do get an accumulation of change or disruption in the energy to reconfigure it and get it into a new alignment or new vibrational frequency. So, which creates chaos, okay? Now, when I'm saying this, these are deep-seated, ingrained belief systems that are very hard to change just easily. Just make a change. Doesn't happen like that. Okay? You have to do deep subconscious reprogramming or have a sudden shift in vibration where you cannot be around another energy, vibration, or frequency or belief system. Now, in belief systems, we have our patterns and structures and behaviors or ways to which we stay safe, survive, achieve what we've achieved up until now. Well, all of that is crumbling down. That is what this shift from the south node to the north node is all about. And this full moon in Leo is going to bring in an energy that is absolutely disrupting your apple cart. Do you know why? Because it is forcing you, the collective, everyone, all of us, it's really challenging those belief systems that are kind of out of alignment with the new frequency of you. That's what a shifting timeline is. A shifting timeline, whether it's left or right or up or down or whatever it is for you, or just a bump up. Nothing, how you function, how you get things, what worked for you will no longer work for you. That's what change is. And a lot of the collective out there, we're all experiencing it, whether we're on the receiving end or the giving end or whatever, or we've all hit our own little personal challenges. I'm telling you now, it is chaos. People do not know if they're Arthur or Martha. They do not know if they're going left or right. They don't know what day it is or what date it is. Technology, glitches, all this interference causing frustration, causing a pressure build to, okay? It's also 9 and that energy of reality. This is the reality now. There's no more living in your denial of the way you do something, a pattern, a behavior, a belief. There's even your own reality and the reality out there, you know. And what's going to be challenged, and I please, this is not a judgment or a criticism. We can all put up our hand a little bit. Look, people who don't like change, who cannot make sacrifices, meaning cannot have their path disrupted. They cannot be inconvenienced and they cannot be uncomfortable, or wherever that applies for you. And that will equal a fear, okay? Now, if that is happening or you're experiencing that we're going to see blowouts, tantrums, people going, is there a weird energy going on right now? Absolutely. It's called the old ways that you function, that you believe in, or the old vibration that you were in has now shifted. It is new. Therefore, nothing that you did or knew before fits in that old vibration and you're trying to make it fit or hang on to it or control it. And you are not fighting the reader, the messenger, the person next to you. You are fighting the divine and frequency. In this day and age, we have to understand that trying to control, that's 3D. That's, I've got a choice, right, this suits me, that needs to work my way, I need to make it fit in my schedule. That's fine. Yeah, absolutely. That's how we all have to function with work and life and everything. But here's the thing. The vibration shifted. So you have to shift and change. And the Aquarian quantum age, there is every change we have, everything we have, there's a negative and a positive. There's a yin and a yang, okay? So the Aquarian quantum field, oh my God, it's got its positives. Quantum jump leaping, high vibration, frequency shifts, unlimited potential, all of this stuff, right? It goes on and on and on. But the negative side is detachment, not seeing outside your own bubble, not caring or seeing or even recognizing the ripple effect you have outside your own system. It is a very fixed sign. You've only got to have a conversation to someone and they're arguing, you could be showing them the evidence, and they're still not registering, it must be something else, it's not them. It's like there's this no ability, like accountability to change something or go, oh, maybe I have to think outside the box, which is also the Aquarian energy, the Aquarian age, is forcing you to look outside the norm, look outside the box. So if you think, I don't know what an example would be of that, of a really easy example, like, let's say I thought I'm trying to fix something, and let's say I'm trying to fix it, I'm trying over and over and over and over, and someone's saying, try this, try that, they're just saying here, expecting a different result. And not only that, it's an energy frequency clash now. Things have changed. The North Node energy, where you're being pushed, even if you're staying in your South Node, this was a great question that someone asked me. What if I'm staying in my South Node? What if I'm having you? That's fine. That's where your next level of growth is, which is not your North Node, but let's call it your next evolution of you, which is kind of like a North Node projection, okay, in a way, but it's not really. A North Node is a whole reset of you. Your beliefs, how you function, how you get things, how you receive things, and the energy, and that's North Node, that's the unknown, that's also fearful. I have to step out of everything I know that feels uncomfortable, that's sacrifice, that is change, that is you have to be mutable, you have to be flexible, you have to fit in, you have to rearrange, you have to get new downloads, you have to integrate them, you have to, and everyone's like, why am I so tired? There's a lot going on. Just so you know, a lot going on. And everybody's having internet and weird things happening with electricity, internet stuff, computer stuff, you know, whatever, all tech, let's just say that, techie energy. Why? And they can't understand. Schumann resonance, frequencies, things getting thrown out. And I'm going to share with you something. And this blew me away. And I get all that stuff, right? I remember running a workshop and I had some really high vibrational, like in tune, like we were doing high vibe stuff in a workshop. It was cool. Everyone was, you know, there was no sort of beginners. They were up and in there. And it was so funny. 3 days, 3 solid full-on days, changing programs and beliefs and all these things, right? So funny. Anyway, it finished and everyone's energy had shifted and things were happening, and it was so funny. Everything the next day, because I had a day off, everything blew up. The toaster, the kettle, or the vacuum cleaner, the steam mop, right? I was like, because I'm just doing the big clean up and the reset. I was like, oh God, something's off in the electricity in the house, something's shorting something out. So I was like, okay, I'll go outside and I'll mow and I'll whip a snip and whatever, right? Everything blew up. I'm like, well, that's not connected to electricity. My energy had shifted. My frequency had shifted. And others had really weird stories as well. Like a clock just, or something, you know, changing, flicker, like, that wasn't connected to electricity. It's so like, until you experience those things, you get stuck in the matrix of what's going on, why is everything weird? If you don't understand energy and quantum energy and all of that stuff, that is what the Aquarian quantum field is about. So I suggest you look into that or start getting into frequencies and things like that, okay? And I even posted something recently about these fractal pictures, and when they place them, a face formed in the thing. I think I posted it on one of my things, right? It's so cool. And it shows you about its vibrational fractal energy. And symbols fitting and piecing. You can't change that. I'm not going to go into it because it gets too quite, you have to look into that stuff, right? So the energies, and Spirit just said to me, see, magician and judgment and fate as well. Guys, this is higher up. This is judgment. This is like, if I say something is creator, not I, creator, well, we are creator. Let's pretend that, well, you're all connected to the creator of all the things. What would be an example? Let's pretend that there's 528 hertz frequency right now. You're that, I'm that, blah, 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 blah. You're in that frequency. And you try and get a piece of paper and put over it or camouflage it or try and change what it actually is. it's still the frequency. It doesn't matter whether you put a coat, a hat, a piece of paper, run the other way, go and hang out with other people, drive up the mountain, down the mountain. It does not matter what you do. The frequency is the frequency. And there's where reality comes in. Now, the full moon, which is Spirit saying, get to the full moon, Lisa. Stop rambling on. The full moon. It's Leo. It's attention. It's all about me. Me. Spotlight. Me. There's nothing bad about that in a balanced, positive aspect, healthy aspect. It's self-empowerment. It's shining. It's standing in your power. It's being you. So right now, that Leo full moon energy is starting to really create a build-up, putting a focus, a spotlight, right, on something in or around you, or whether it's you or the people, place, situations around you, vice versa. It's going to show frequency imbalance. It's going to challenge all your structures that don't fit in your new frequency north node or your new cycle or the upgrade of you. Forced or unforced change or growth of you. And so it's interesting. Sorry, someone keeps sending me messages. I have it on flight mode, but it distracts me a bit. So, hang on. So basically, the full moon in Leo, and it is a force, it's a fixed energy. There is a fight, there is a battle with frequency and challenging your set structures. And it's demanding this focus. And it's fixed. Good luck trying to change a fixed sign's vision, plan, or how they do things. And that full moon is the accumulation of all energy about to go. Everybody wants the microphone, everyone wants the spotlight, everyone wants everyone to adhere to their system, everyone wants everyone to fit into their system, and it's in their bubble. And we are about to have that challenge, even with yourself. So I am going to say it because it is I'm going to, okay, this is funny. It's not a go. I want you to challenge yourself when something comes up that needs to be changed, or you have to fit in, or you have to compromise, or you have to be flexible, or you have to, respect boundaries or have boundaries. And people have boundaries for certain reasons. We all have to work together. We're still a community. We're not individual. The Leo is a bit individual, me, I. Aquarian quantum can, in the lower negative, be detached, ungrounded, and it's my bubble. It's my system. It's you fit around me. Okay? Now that's okay under certain circumstances. Running a business, there's set hours. We are seeing an epidemic and of just no boundaries. And you all know I have been in this business, full-time business, for 35 plus years. Every day, all day, several clients a day, Monday to Friday. Used to work 6 days a week, okay, for that long. That's the hard work and effort that goes in. When you are actually working in the energy field, we have to actually regenerate, or we can't be in alignment. We are actually tuned into the people in on that day. and have to be in alignment on that day. Okay? When we have all outside energy coming and coming and coming and coming at us, we feel it. We don't just feel the people here, we can feel all of that going on. And that's why you want to rattle my cage, people that, they've got this 24/7 mentality. And I'm having to say to people for the first time, this is just to show an example, I don't mind, I'm fine, I can just, I'm pretty upfront, I've got boundaries, and I have to have set boundaries for my clients. Not for me, for my clients and for my energy to be able to give my clients my work, okay? So it's not selfish, it's actually to be able to give more or to give at top 100% capacity. Now, it's very interesting that we have this 24/7 fit round me mentality that has in the last 12 months, but it's accelerating worse, and that's why I'm bringing this in. And I think this is all this accumulation. There's going to be a blow up. There's going to be a huge blow up because people they're not willing to respect boundaries or see outside something or how something affects someone else. They're not. I don't care what industry you're in, they're not. When you're messaging people at 9, 10, 11, 12 at night, and that's, you don't do that to the bank. You don't do that to a shop that opens at 9. Okay? And think about this, and this is going back to so energy people, empaths, and people that work within energy or have to have their own energy in alignment, we pick up on all that. We get disturbed by those energies. I know as the work I do with healings and readings and things like that, I have spirits come to me all night. I have entities attacks. I have people's energy thinking about me to book in, to want a question or stress, and we are dealing mostly, not all the time, like probably 60-40, with trauma, spirit, energy, people who are in the hardest times of their life, stuck, lost, troubles, woes, heartbreak. I mean, we can go on and on and on. So can you imagine trying to harness that energy all day, every day? And I'm only using this as an example because it's a great example, whether the person's spiritual or non-spiritual, we have to wake up. There has to be an awakening about how we're affecting other people. And we have to come back to boundaries and respect and value and honor and all of those things. Nobody is 24/7 for you, and nobody is responsible for you but you. And that is a harsh truth reality. I know. But it is mind-blowing. And I can tell you now, it's not just me and energy workers. I am hearing this, whether it's people working in the care field, this, that, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what field. People have become so demanding and their expectations so high, so they don't have to be inconvenienced, sacrifice, or change anything. And that is going to be the crux of this Leo full moon, will hit somewhere in your life. Whether if it's in you, it's out you, blah, 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 blah. You can hold a sign up to someone's face with all this stuff written on it, or hours of it, and they're still looking in the window and belting on the door and looking under the door and climbing on the roof and ringing and this is out of control. It's out of control. And now we have to be harsh and rude. And hey, I'm just relaying because even this morning, and actually this week's been cray-cray, like people have thought it was the next week. The energy's off because it is reconfiguring, okay? And it is in a shambles. People are a week and 2 weeks ahead. I'm like, and vice versa. And they're dealing with that. And people are like, yeah, I'm coming. I'm 5 minutes. And our lady, like, I thought you were 5 minutes away. Like, it's so weird. Don't say you're 5 minutes away if you're an hour away. That is not reality. What do you think is going to be the reaction? And that was just a simple example. What do you think? People who are lying, who are manipulating, and some people do that to avoid, they don't want to feel bad, they don't want to, like, oh God, I'm running late, I'll just say 5 minutes, but I'm really an hour. You have just caused more problems, more anger, more frustration. So manipulation, untruths, they're not lies, they're untruths to manipulate or to avoid or be in avoidance, which is detachment. We are in a generational time, where honestly the bubble's gonna pop. Some illusion, delusion, fantasy of how the world works is not to cater to not inconvenience you. I know. See, we're all trying to hang on to our security, stability, 10 of Pentacles, but I don't want to have to look at anything outside that. I just want to focus on this. Well, you live in a world with other people. And in that quantum field, what you put out is what you're going to get back. What you're a vibrational match to is what you're a vibrational match to. Outside that, you can't camouflage it, catfish it, mimic it, put a piece of paper over it, put a blanket over it, hide it, bury it, not acknowledge it. It is not going to work this year. Heads up. Just heads up. It's not going to work. And that's why everyone's going, why is there a weird energy? Because it's not your current structured reality. Oh man, tough year for all of it. Everybody. It could be just a dream you had of this, of that, right? We're all getting slammed. Don't you worry. Nobody's out of this. Okay? Yeah. And it is, see, not moving forward. Chariot. The energy's not flowing. This is about individual. Only seeing the self. I think too, we had a lot of years where things are just instant and easy and accessible. Every bubble, and you can talk to like really elderly people, every generation, we have a whole generation or 10 years or 20 years or something, the bubble eventually pops of that cycle of living. That is a higher consciousness. That is an astrology thing. That is a soul thing. That is why you're here, is to evolve, not stay the same. It is about change, inconvenience, uncomfortable, sacrifice, fitting in, community. That's how we get harmonious energy. That's how we get harmonics. Control, order, all of the above. Look at what's going out on everyone knows what I'm talking about out there on the news and the social media and what's highlighting at the moment is it is the big battle between freedom and control, dominance, dark and light. It is. You're either there to help people, be communal or fit in, or you're not. The gap is like the Grand Canyon. You're either on that side or that side. There is no more grey. And I think maybe we've been able to live in the grey. The gap in the middle. And there's no more gap. The gap is like looking at one side of the Grand Canyon from the other. You're either in that, or, thinking about the outside, the ripple effect, let's say, or you're not. You're trying to gain that energy over that. And we are seeing it. It's in our faces. It's time to choose or just see it for what it is. And that's also when we're saying facts and reality, seeing it for what it is. I don't think, I've never been to the Grand Canyon, but it is huge. But it would be like me saying, I'm just going to chop a tree and put it across the Grand Canyon and walk across, like there's no tree long enough or whatever. I don't know. That was just a silly thing that came to my head, but you get my drift. There is no in between. And you've got person A and person B sitting there, and one's like trying to be flexible and cater, and the other one's, I'm not. And they're sitting there in that battle. It's a waste of time. Just go that side or go that side, or see it for what it is and walk away. I cannot make this up. Incoming. See? Look at this. I'm going to hold this up just for a few seconds. Incoming out of nowhere. This will be the energy of the full moon for you. See that? That's what we're talking about. Is that what the Aquarian quantum field is all about? Absolutely not. Not on the positive side. And this Leo Sun card is coming in to battle that out. Don't get in a battle. Find a compromise or go to your tribes. It's very simple. And this year, you all know it. I'm just going to say it because I'll copy whatever. People are seeing it in their workplace, in their groups, in their family, and their friends. People either want to work with you and for you harmoniously for the good of everyone in the group, or they don't. You're arguing with that brick wall. And that's not what we're here for. But I'm not one to judge that. See, you are going to be stressed. There are going to be a lot of emotions come up right now. Remember, forcing you into an accumulation and over a blow up within you, or a system or a structure that you are using that is not fitting in, or not going to fit into the new vibrational frequency that you are. Man, it's whew. Oh, look. And justice is these are contracts that are upheld by the higher up, that are written, it's you. If you've made a decision, or the higher up, or karma, or justice calls for balance. But we are in, oh my God, why didn't I see that at the start? The 9 is the reset. Yes, the 9 is completion. We have to go through the 9 year, and then 2026 is a 1, a reset, right? Everything needs to rebalance. It all has to be popped. Nobody is more important than anybody else. Nobody should dominate anybody else. We should be working together as a team. We have gone into the I, me. And that has been running for a long time, and it's coming to a head. And it's showing us where things are not working anymore, whatever it is. I know. I know. And I haven't even done the full moon reading yet. So people are going to be fired up, passionate, determined, set, focused. If that's in a healthy, positive way, and you just like know where you're going, what you're doing, who your tribe is, where you're going, great. Get on the positive side of that. But the negative side of that, if you're going, watch, because it's brewing. It's a brewing. Oh yeah, Queen of Wands in reverse, male or female, King of Wands. So we've got warrior, S energy, and that is going to come to a head. You know the movies where they're both got their battle lines and they charge. And the Queen of Wands is male or female, is win at all costs. And this is control and order and domination and me, and it's going to go the way I want it. And we're all seeing that. People are seeing that in their work with customers and things. A little bit of entitlement, okay? So the entitled are going to be shocked at what's to come. I did see, it was a thing on TikTok, and this grown adult person is just screaming at their mother about she turned the internet off because they won't work and they just play games and gaming all day, something. It's a silly, it's serious. You should see the tantrum. This is a grown adult screaming, I'm an adult, but they don't pay rent, bored, they don't want to go to work, they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that, and turn that in. And my friends are waiting for me to game, and how dare you, and actually smashes things in the house. It's out of control. This is, and it's just using that as an example, it's horrifying, and that person really does think they're in the right. I'm just sharing that to show you the level to which someone's belief system can hold them. It's pretty bad, that video, and it just represents that fixation and set energy. Not really the situation, but that fixed, and that person was doing anything to get what they wanted back in order. Just be forewarned. Hopefully you're just using this beautiful sun energy. Bye, check you later. You're not for me. Goodbye. Off you go on your new North Node. Okay? Focused, clear, abundant, positive, happy, only around those people who want to work and change and grow and have that mentality for everybody. And there is no judgment here. We are on here to help the collective. We have been conditioned like this from many different sources, which I cannot mention. And you all know what I'm talking about. We're all experiencing it on some level. And it's the great awakening. It's the great shift. It's the great change. It's the great timeline change. It's like a revolution. All right, guys, I'm going to go because I do have a client. And yeah, but is this energy, it actually started from probably the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and then into this week. It seems to be diabolically all over the place. So this energy accumulates, and we have to fit in and focus on the issue or the blocks or the this or the changes that need to happen. And it's like anything. It just gets to a point where it'll blow up, or there's a point of no return, or there's a point of a settling, a complete settling. Okay? And they're the shifts that are now coming in, and that force and that Leo fixed energy will enforce an energy. So I'm just here to pre-warn you so you can get all ready or understand, because when you understand or you're pre-warned, even if you're like, what is she talking about? When it happens, you go, oh my God. And then you stop, or you think, or you're triggered, or you're like, oh my God, and you're not as reactive. It's when we're reactive and we don't know what's going on is when things escalate. Okay, take care, gotta go. Have a great day. Bye.